Hello, welcome to PCMag Live. I'm Dan Costa, he is Sascha Segan, and we've got a great show for you today. We're going to break down the top tech news of the day, we're going to pull one cool thing off the shelf in the lab, and get to some of your reader questions. Sascha, let's start off with the big news of the day, and we've sort of suspected this for a while, and that's that we now have proof that Firefox is the most hackable browser on the market. We prefer Chrome in our testing, but this is just proved out at the Pwn2Own convention where they try and crack all the major browsers, and Firefox was the weakest.
Yeah, I mean, they cracked all the browsers at Pwn2Own, so there is a way to crack every browser. But Firefox had 4 vulnerabilities, more than any other of the major browsers, and the security experts there identified Firefox's lack of a sandbox as a major security flaw at the core of Firefox. Now, this is because Firefox has the oldest central browsing engine of the major browsers. Internet Explorer was really reinvented between IE8 and IE9 with more modern technology. And Mozilla is trying to reinvent Firefox with a project called Electrolysis to add a sandbox and have it spawn multiple processes for multiple windows, like all the other current browsers do. But it's a retrofitting project. It's going relatively slowly. It's hard to re-architect an existing browser. So Firefox is really playing catch-up on some of these security issues that Chrome and IE figured out, within the past couple of years.
Yeah, and also, I mean, Firefox has been hanging around for a long time. IE got totally rebuilt and performs much better now.
Exactly.
But when it comes to state-of-the-art, Chrome is just being updated so frequently. They're investing so heavily in it. And in speed tests, Chrome keeps outcoming ahead. So, at this point, Chrome is still our browser pick. But, browser's not a bad, Firefox isn't a bad browser. It's got some holes. It's showing some age.
Yeah.
So also in the news today, we've got a breakthrough in car technology. These are cars that can actually detect when you're falling asleep. Not just if you're falling asleep, checking to see if your eyes are open, but read your facial expressions and find out if you're angry, because no one wants to drive angry.
Yeah, I mean, we've had technology that helps detect drowsy driving for a little while now through various means, including telling whether or not your eyes are open. But what happened here is that a Swiss university with the car company Peugeot Citroën installed a dash cam with some computers in the car that are identifying various kinds of facial expressions. So they can tell when you're starting to droop a little, but they can also tell when you're angry, when you're tense, when you're stressed out. And now the question comes, if your car can tell your emotions to that level, what kind of decisions should it start making about your driving? Like, should it not allow you to drive angry?
And this technology, we're not going to see it confined to the car. Your computer, the webcam on your computer or your laptop is going to be able to make the same judgments and decisions. Your employer would be able to see what kind of mood you're in. You're going to be able to get all this kind of feedback based on your facial expression. And I don't think people have really thought out just how many different places this could be used.
Yeah, now years and years and years ago, over the past couple of years, there have been a couple of attempts to have this kind of technology in email clients. There was an old email client called Eudora that used to rate messages with chili peppers based on how angry they were. And Google introduced a feature a couple of years ago in Gmail to prevent people from drunk emailing by making them answer a math problem first. But you can see this being an option on your computer. Like, I get this crazy look on my face when I have what I think is a really good idea.
They've seen it.
That is not actually a good idea. And it might be cool for my computer, definitely opt in to say, Sascha, you've got that look again. Maybe you should wait 5 minutes. Go get a cup of tea.
Go calm down. Finally, we've got a story that is probably going to cause some kind of facial expression on your. The Jony Ive has given an interview to the London.
Yeah, the Times of London.
Times of London, and I've read through the interview. It's not a bad interview, but it just doesn't say anything.
Yes, Jony Ive is a very wealthy man who likes good design, and things are very well designed. Look at the aluminium. Look at the details around the SIM card slot. It's extraordinary. I have a lot of Bentleys. Yeah, it's one of those Apple promo videos that you see during a Apple event launch, and you just think, this is the first extended interview that this guy has given in ages, if ever. It was a 90-minute interview, and you're reading through it, and you're like, there's no news here. And then you're like, oh, it's Apple.
I mean, and this is what people have been concerned about. This is why people worry that Apple is losing its ways, because when you want Apple to set a vision for the tech industry. He promised new products. He says there's going to be lots of new products. But when it comes down to specifics, and maybe we shouldn't be asking the design guy to be giving that kind of detail, but there was just no there. And there was, I mean, there was lots of, the only vision was that good design is better than bad design.
Yeah, and the vision was, the things that I've designed are very beautiful, and look at the beautiful things I've already designed.
Which, to be fair, I'm
going to design more things like those things. And yeah, I guess it's a great get for the reporter, but just if you're trying to envision the future of Apple, the future of Apple is just like the recent past isn't a terribly inspiring message.
No, not great. Let's move on to a reader question. We got this one off the message boards. KH wants to know which free antivirus uses the least amount of system resources. Sort of an age-old problem, but it's not as big a problem now as it used to be.
Yeah, Neil Rubenking, our security expert, looked at the results of a lot of independent tests, and he found that Avira, A-V-I-R-A, got great ratings when it came to system resource usage. But in second place, if you don't want to load Avira, AVG was very close. So if you're interested in a free antivirus, and maybe you're running Windows XP, or you're on a system with low memory, Avira and AVG look like the free antivirus that'll have the least impact on your PC.
Yeah, if you want to look at more reviews, obviously we've reviewed every antivirus package on the market at PCMag.com. Now it's time for one cool thing. We test thousands of products here in our lab in New York City. Every day we take one thing off the shelf and show it to you live on camera. Today, that thing is the Plantronics Voyager Edge. It is a $130 Bluetooth headset, which looks very cool. It's got it's really broken some ground in terms of design, and Plantronics has been in the business forever.
Okay, so the important thing about the Voyager Edge and about the Voyager line in general is that this has historically been Plantronics' supreme line in terms of voice quality. This has been the line of Bluetooth headsets where it's okay if it looks ugly as long as it has spectacular voice quality. And typically the past Voyagers have looped all the way behind your ear. They've been big headsets with big booms. This is a rare Voyager that does not have the loop back around your ear, but it does have the boom. And one of the things we're going to be very interested in finding out is comparing it, especially to the latest Jawbone headsets, whether this long boom means better voice quality.
Yep.
Because the Voyagers have been the headsets for people who, the number one thing they care about is the quality of sound. Now, with a smaller headset, you do lose some battery size. That's also always been a plus in the Voyager line. So it's coming with this charging case now, has a spare battery in it. You're supposed to keep it in the case, and that'll charge the headset. We're in the middle of reviewing this right now, so within a couple of days, we'll have a review, and we'll find out if this is the next generation of superior audio quality headsets.
Very good. You can look for that on PCMag.com, of course, and that has been PCMag Live for today. We invite you to send us questions on Facebook, on Twitter, in the message board section on YouTube. We will answer them live on air. Tune in tomorrow for a brand new show.